The supercomputer inside your gut. Have you ever had a sudden gut feeling that turned out to be completely right? For a long time, researchers described the human mind as having two distinct gears. You have an automatic gear that produces instant impressions without any effort, and a second, slower gear for deliberate calculation and conscious logic. Many early theories assumed this fast automatic gear was purely emotional and full of errors. This led to the widespread belief that intuition is a messy, unreliable shortcut that we have to override with slow, careful thinking. We now know that your automatic system is actually a master of high-speed computation. It can process complex patterns and logical principles in mere milliseconds, long before you've had time to think about them. Your brain even runs a background check on its own shortcuts. If a fast impression violates a basic rule of logic, your unconscious mind immediately flags the mistake, even if you can't quite put your finger on why the answer feels off. That inner sense of doubt is your brain's deeply ingrained grasp of logic speaking up. It's an automated warning that your intuitive impressions are currently competing with the facts. Your body acts as a physical warning system for these mental calculations. When your brain simulates a potential choice and predicts a bad outcome, it triggers a physical reaction, a drop in your stomach or a racing heart, to push you from that choice. Researchers observed this in action using the Iowa gambling task. They had players pick from 4 decks of cards to win money. Some decks were safe, while others were rigged to lead to massive losses. This graph tracks the sweat levels on the players' palms as they played. The data shows that the players' bodies reacted with a stress spike the moment they even considered reaching for a bad deck. This happened long before they could consciously explain which decks were dangerous. These physical alarms guide us toward better choices before our conscious minds can even finish the math. Our bodies often know the statistical risk well before our logical thoughts catch up. This ability to sense the dashboard of your internal organs allows the brain to integrate your body's physical state into your decision-making process. The main data highway for these signals is the vagus nerve. While we usually think of the brain giving orders to the body, 80% of the fibers in this nerve actually send information in the other direction. Your heart and stomach are constantly streaming data upward to your brain's control centers. To see how this affects real-world success, scientists studied high-frequency financial traders in London. These professionals have to make split-second choices in unpredictable, volatile markets where standard formulas often fail. The researchers found that the traders who were most accurate at sensing their own heartbeats were also the most profitable. Those with the strongest connection to their internal signals tended to survive the longest in the high-stakes market. A professional gut instinct is a biological skill. It's the capacity to read subtle physical shifts triggered by your brain's high-speed risk assessments. Your nervous system also runs a continuous unconscious surveillance check on your surroundings, scanning for subtle cues of safety or danger that your conscious mind might miss. In one experiment, participants solved a moving dot puzzle while images were flashed into one eye so quickly they were invisible to the conscious mind. These hidden images were either positive, like a puppy, or negative, like a snake. When the invisible images provided a helpful emotional hint, participants solved the puzzle faster and with much higher confidence. Your brain pulls in this subliminal information to fill in the gaps when the conscious facts are blurry. It uses these hidden clues as valid evidence to sharpen your accuracy. Experts use this biological system by matching their current environment against a vast mental library of past experiences. Instead of comparing a list of options, they unconsciously recognize a pattern and instantly retrieve the best action to take. Firefighters, for example, can sense a building is about to collapse because their brain recognizes a specific change in the color of the smoke or the pitch of a cracking floor joist. Their years of experience allow them to just know the danger before they can explain it. Your brain can also make remarkably accurate judgments about people or complex situations after observing them for only a few seconds. This happened when art experts viewed a statue that scientific tests had verified as authentic. Despite the paperwork, the experts felt a physical sense of unease. Their brains instantly spotted tiny anomalies in the statue's form that had been missed by the machines. The statue was eventually proven to be a fake. Elite intuition is simply a high-level form of pattern recognition. It's your internal supercomputer running your hard-earned expertise on autopilot. If our internal systems are so powerful, why do our gut feelings occasionally lead us into a disaster? Intuition is only as good as the environment where you learned it. It thrives in kind environments, settings with repeating patterns and immediate feedback. Think of a chess player who moves a piece and immediately sees the result. This clear feedback trains the brain's intuition to be highly accurate. But many modern settings are wicked. In areas like the stock market or global politics, patterns don't repeat reliably, and the feedback is often delayed or misleading. In these chaotic systems, experience doesn't always lead to better predictions. You can trust your gut when you've trained it on high-quality repeating data, but in a chaotic system with no clear rules, that same intuition is more likely to see a pattern where none actually exists. Got questions about psychology, neuroscience, or the brain? Drop them in the comments below.